As my dad always said, sometimes you just gotta do it for the love of it.
How are you, Jessie? How are you, Sara?
Good.
Hi.
Nice to see you.
Nice to see you too. So I'm going to start with Jessie. How did you both get together again, and how proud are you with this series?
Sara and I met doing Waitress together, writing the Waitress musical, and kind of developed a trust and a really wonderful collaboration on that. And so we're looking for something to do together. And then Sara met JJ, and they began to talk about doing a TV show about Sara's journey as a singer-songwriter. And concurrently, I was writing a piece about a songwriter, honestly, because I'd been so inspired by working with Sara and kind of fascinated by how she wrote songs. And so we decided to combine forces and write this piece. And I feel really lucky that we got a chance to tell this story at this time in the world.
Amazing. Sara, I believe Little Voice is for those singers, writers, dancers out there that sometimes are running away from their own talent and they are really scared of jumping or believing in themselves. Did you ever feel that way yourself? And what's the message behind the series?
Oh my gosh, yes, I have felt that way many times and continue to feel that way many times in my career. I think that we have to continue to go towards the things that spark fear. I think that fear is such an incredible teacher in our lives. And I think so many times when you really sit down and you look at it, you realize that, I mean, what is that wonderful acronym? False evidence appearing real. That's what fear is. So there's so many times that we give it all kinds of power that it doesn't deserve. And as a young artist, I think you learn that lesson over and over again, that you have to be able to trust your gut. You have to trust your little voice to be able to guide you towards the right path. So yes, I've felt it many times. I can't remember the author's name, but I bought myself a book one time on tour that said, feel the fear and do it anyway. And I was needing that message in my life so deeply. And I continue to struggle with that. But yeah, for all those young artists, you got to go towards what scares you. You will learn the most that way. I really believe that.
And that is the message behind the series, right?
It's definitely one of them. I think it's, we wanted this show to be so much about the delicate dance of learning to listen to your authentic voice. I think there's so much noise coming at us in the world, and especially as a young artist, our vulnerability is also our superpower. And so it's learning to trust those instincts amidst the chaos and the noise of the world. So that's definitely a part of the theme.
And every character in the show is finding their voice, finding their true voice. You know, the theme sort of runs through every character's journey.
I know this is a hard question, Jess, but which of the characters do you think did you connect the most in this series?
Myself?
Yeah.
Louis. Definitely.
Can you tell my viewers why?
My brain works in a unique way, and I just identify with his guilelessness and his passion and his kind of fierce intellect and his love of theater. So I identify with them. But I would definitely say there is a piece of Sara and I in every single character. So I could easily, tomorrow you could ask me the same question, and I would say Percy, you know.
Who are you?
Only one word?
Mess. That's the mess, not the whole picture.
Well, first thing I'd like to know is why should people watch this Little Voice series, and what makes it so unique on your end? I can start with Colton.
I think people should watch it because it's good. And I say that not as a participant in it, but as an actual viewer. I couldn't stop smiling or crying or audibly gasping as I was watching it. And I think people will resonate with it because of what it's kind of leading by example to do. It is what it is, and it's a show full of joy, but also struggle, and very honest struggle. Struggle that even like a lot of us in the cast have gone through.
Yeah.
And I can say that the people who are in charge, like Jessie and Sara, they have a good message to preach, and it's all from a place of love and inclusion. And for those reasons, I'm all in.
Great. What about you, Sean?
I couldn't have put it better myself, but to add to that, it's the truth, it's the honesty, it's the so many shows try to support certain ideals or provide the viewer with emotions that might be just heavy-handed in their delivery, and really, like this show, when I watched it, it was so impactful without forcing anything. It completely affecting. I related to it as a human and as a performer, and if you're not an artist, that doesn't mean that you don't love art, and if you consider yourself someone that doesn't particularly love art, this might be an art piece that you fall in love with. It is so full of raw, honest human joy and hardship, and the desire through that joy and through that love to find that light in even the darkest places is just a universally important message. So like I said, they're very inclusive, Jessie and Sara, and I'm all in, and I'm trying to be included too.
You both love Bess. Who loved it the most?
Yeah, Ethan couldn't help himself but fall hopelessly head over heels in love with her, even though I just cut you off, Colton, didn't I? Because I love her more.
No. Go.
He can't even help himself, and he says that later on in the show, that he can't do this anymore. He can't live this lie and not tell her how he feels and not change his life to make Bess everything in it. And that comes from meeting her for the first time and being completely swept away. He wants to uproot everything he knows, even though it's difficult to do so, and even though it might not be the cleanest of breaks, he's going to find a way to do it so that people don't get hurt and that he can be with the person he loves, which is Bess.
My dad always said, sometimes you just got to do it for the love of it.
Hi, I'm good. How are you?
Great. Thanks for your time. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you for your time.
So, you are a 24-year-old actress who's playing a young woman with a lot of responsibilities, working as teacher, bartending, walking dogs. What do you love about Bess, and what have you learned from this journey on Little Boys?
The one thing I really love about Bess is her determination. I think that she's very skilled in so many different assets and incredibly street smart. And she makes a lot happen with a lot crumbling around her. I think she makes a lot of things work, and she doesn't wallow in her emotions. Maybe that can be unhealthy, and then also healthy when she does. But I think she's just a go-getter, and that's one thing I really admired about her. Yeah, that's one thing I was excited.
Tell me about your brother. I love a character. Tell me, tell my viewers about him, and what have you learned from this character in specific?
Oh yeah, Louis, the character Louis is played by Kevin Valdez, and he is such an incredible actor. He had, I would probably say, the most dialogue in the whole show, and his delivery and the delivery of his lines are just hysterical. There's times where I would try not to laugh at at his jokes or things that he would do for the character and for the scene. He's just, and I really enjoyed learning a lot from the relationship that they do have, because I think that the world has a specific view or perception of people on the spectrum. Yeah. And I think it's really important that actors and storylines are reflected honestly and appropriately. And I think that Kevin and so many other actors who were a part of the show were hopefully well represented in the way that they want to be. So yeah.
Amazing. Can you make an invitation to everyone out there to watch Little Voice?
Yes, guys, if you can, please tune into Little Voice on Apple TV. I hope you guys will love it and identify with the characters, and I hope it uplifts your spirit.
Well, thank you so much. Thank you so much. I have one question, just last one more. Do you think all the songs are born to be shared, or like Bess, do you think maybe there are some songs that are supposed to be kept private?
Oh, I don't know. I feel like some of the songs could be more of a private thing and some inspiration. I think that's like a very respectable, like,
decision.
Internal thing. Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thanks for your time.
You too. Thank you.